Kara. How are you doing today?
I'm vibing. I am going to hang out with friends this weekend, so I'm trying to get on a diurnal sleep schedule. So I'm
All right.
I'm existing in the twilight zone currently. Anything could happen, and I would accept it as real. If I touched the wall and my hand just went into it like jelly, like in the Matrix,
Uh-huh.
I that I would just be like, oh yeah,
Yeah, my
no.
daughter Jasmine has the exact same problem, man. She'll go on a trip with Terry, like back to see family or something, and she has to like prepare for like 3 days in order to get in
Right,
some sort of
yeah. It's
sync with
like
the family.
well, because I want to actually like spend time with the friends, so I can't be on this, 5 p.m. to 7 a.m. sleep schedule that I'm on right
Right.
now. So,
I need that sleep schedule. I do a lot better when everybody else is asleep.
well, a lot of animals, deer and such, that live in urban areas will become nocturnal to avoid humans,
Mm. We have a
because
lot of
it's
deer
it's
here.
less dangerous at night.
Mhm.
So it's I guess that's true for people too, you know?
We have warning signs up all throughout Ashland about being careful about the aggressive urban deer.
Oh yeah, no, we have those, although I wouldn't describe them as aggressive, but I do
These
see
signs
deer.
do. They call them aggressive urban deer, which is like kind of racist, you know.
Yeah, I got some Republican rhetoric there.
Right, right.
All these inner city deer are coming into the suburbs and they're
Yeah,
playing loud music and
yeah. Aggressive
driving
urban
muscle
deer.
cars.
Cat calling our deer calling our ladies. Okay, so speaking of rhetoric, I have you know how I always get shocked by that reality is really as bad as everybody says it is, but I didn't know because I don't
Oh
go out
yeah,
the
yeah,
house.
sure.
Yeah. Um,
It's just every day
so
you're plumbing the well of horrors and you can never
yes,
reach the bottom.
I'm a big MCU fan, like every 40 something year old dude on the planet. You know,
Sure.
I like cartoon movies. I like superhero movies. Stuff's great. So the She-Hulk movie comes out, or the show. And I
Yeah,
watched
yeah.
the first one, and it's funny, but it's like a different tone than the rest of the MCU stuff. It's just funny, lighthearted.
Hmm.
And whoa, dog. My YouTube has decided that I am an angry middle-aged white dude about She-Hulk because it has just inundated me with angry white dudes fully just hating on She-Hulk and hating on the wokeness and all like the woman power in it and everything like that. And I'm just all like, holy smokes. These guys are like, I mean, I'm aware that there's pandering in shows. Um,
Sure.
that's
Yeah.
the way that it has always been. I mean, didn't your kids grow up watching that dang Disney Channel? I mean, shows have been pandering to us for years. It's not like it's anything new. But now, man, they take this pandering as like part of like, oh, I don't know, man. These I okay. So the two characters have like a little bit of a competitive thing. When the Bruce Banner became the Hulk, he got all he went through some stuff, man. He saw some things. But when Jennifer Walters became She-Hulk, it was a much easier process for her. And so in
Sure.
in the show, she already kind of has control of her form.
Hmm.
And these dudes, most of them are just like going off about how she's like better than the Hulk and how lame that is and all this stuff. When really that's not what's going on in the show. But it was what I saw as because they're cousins, the characters are cousins. And I saw it as like cousin banter of like, oh, well, so I'm better than you then, right? And he's all, well, I don't know about all that. I saw it just kind of as cousin
Right.
banter,
Yeah.
but they're like seeing it as like this whole pandering part.
Secret
There were
agenda to
pandering
destroy
parts,
all men. Yeah.
right? There were pandering parts of the show, but that wasn't one of them. And like I said, there's always pandering parts of a show, where if I were to write something, my message would come through in those things. I mean, that's what you do. Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, man, some of this stuff is just hateful. And now I'm just scared of what YouTube thinks of me.
No, well, I will say it is because YouTube does this to me too. That I will watch a video because I watch a lot of the like six different leftist YouTubers, on YouTube. And so I do a lot of I will watch their video and YouTube will be like, yes, we see that you enjoyed this video about communism and social justice. Perhaps you would also enjoy a fascist screed about gay people. Like, uh I
Right.
understand what you're trying to do, but I want the opposite of that,
Yeah.
And it recommends me 500 of these things because the fact is, there's just a lot of really like socially right people, socially conservative people are really just dominate YouTube.
Really?
It's yeah, absolutely. I mean, they outnumber the sort of opposing voices on these issues by like 10 to 1 because that's just kind of the demographic. You're getting into like sort of techie dudes is kind of who does a lot of that YouTubing, and
But that's
it's
me. I'm the techie dude.
well, yeah, and it's unfortunate when you're in a group that it doesn't share the political views of the rest of the group that you're in. It's
Yeah.
tough. So, and if you look at other platforms, like if you look at Tumblr or TikTok or something, like those are generally going to be much more progressive.
Okay. Well, that makes me
But
feel better. Because I
no,
was
it's
kind of
not about you. It's just YouTube is really conservative in
okay.
terms of like the makeup of who is on there and engaging in like punditry.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes me because I was kind of viewing YouTube as like something that everybody used, and that it was like a sort of realistic swatch of the country.
No, no, I think it's skewed. And also, I think like you're right, everyone does use YouTube because it's like the place for hosting videos, right? But when you're
Sure.
looking at specifically making, YouTube's with opinions is a pretty small slice of the pie that is YouTube as a whole. Most things on YouTube are just like a picture and a song playing,
Right. Right. Yeah.
It
Yeah. Yeah.
so it's when you get into the slice of people having opinions on YouTube and it's like they're professional YouTubers and it's like it's their job to do that. I
Uh,
mean, yeah, that's mostly a, a lot of white dudes, talking about media.
okay. All right. All right. That makes a lot of sense. Gotcha.
Glad I
We'll
could give you
move
some
on.
peace of
No,
mind
no,
on
no,
this.
no. This is the one time that I've gone into a topic like this and actually felt a little better on the way out. So I figure I'll just leave it there and
Dang.
actually be somewhat happy with the fact that the
Fancy,
world
that's the
isn't quite
opposite of
as
my
terrible.
brand. Yeah. I'm supposed to do the opposite and make you feel worse.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
mean,
believe this.
I got to
I
tell you,
must be
man,
sick or something.
this stuff is like horrible. They're just like, and okay, so here's like the most shocking part about this for me. It's like, so here this show comes out, and like these dudes are just all like, oh, blah blah blah, and all this stuff, and never once did the thought cross their mind that maybe the show just wasn't made for you. You know,
Right.
it's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
never once did it cross. It's like there weren't a bunch of dudes all over YouTube going off about how Ally McBeal was too woke because the show wasn't made for them. It's like I don't know. It
Right.
is just weird.
Well, they think they own superheroes, and they get very territorial if any other people come into that genre at all, which is it's really lame how
It's the
people
case with Fandom.
do that about yeah. Honestly, fandom in general, I I really don't like. And I understand that like if you have people who feel really really strongly about a piece of art, then you're going to have fandom because that's all fandom is, and like if no if art doesn't make anyone feel strongly about it, then it's bad art, And so like fandom is inevitable. You're always going to have people who care a lot about a thing, and with the internet, they're going to group together. That's inevitable. but also I don't like it. You know, I just I
Well, I
see
mean,
people in fandom. I see people in the not being normal about this thing group, and I'm just like, why can't you be more normal about this thing?
loving things helps you find yourself. I mean, I remember when I first watched like the Transformers, the cartoon. I mean, that's when I really realized that blacks had to go.
Oh no.
No, but I'm serious. What does fandom have to do with just being a freaking like woman hater or whatever is going on with these? I don't know. It is weird.
Yeah,
It is just absolutely, absolutely weird. Maybe my fandoms have been in other areas because for years I've watched my kids through anime fandom, and anime
sure.
fandom is
Yeah.
really sort of all about inclusivity. So maybe I sort of imposed this upon other fandoms and they're not worthy of it.
Well, yeah, I feel like though there are a lot of specific fandoms like Lord of the Rings, like Star Wars, like comics that really have a reputation for like woman hating neckbeards comprise a huge chunk of this fandom, and therefore, you're gonna get a lot of woman hating neckbeard opinions
Star Wars
if you
hates
kind
on
of go
women.
in. Well,
I mean, the fandom.
okay. I mean, did you hear any of the like did you see end up seeing any of the like there were similar videos about Ray in, the sequel trilogy, which I thought the
Yeah.
sequel trilogy was pretty bad,
Oh, it
but
was terrible, but it wasn't her fault.
it's not it's not bad for the reason you guys are saying. Like the
Right, right.
problem was not that we had a female lead. She was great. Like so, but yeah, that was absolutely part of it. And it's just
Okay,
like,
I guess I wasn't really following it well at the time, so
no.
so
Yeah,
I didn't think about that. So here I am watching Luke Cage, and they brought back Daredevil, and they're bringing back Daredevil more, and now there's talk of Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, and maybe some of these other characters coming back.
yeah.
And man, I'm not looking forward to the comments about Luke Cage because like Mike Coulter, he's my man crush. That dude's rad. I love him.
Yeah, well, I feel like I don't know, maybe this is just my impression, but I feel like a lot of these segments tend to be much more weird about women and queer people than they are about black people, because
I
it's
see.
I f- I don't know. I will bet there's some real deep wells of racism in there too that I often just don't see or notice, but like I definitely do notice the misogyny, and I think I don't know. It's like everyone engages in fandom, and that also includes the giant segment of our population that is, people who are just racists and misogynists. Those views are exceedingly common, and so, you're gonna see them.
Others got their pride promotions a little more right. For instance, NASCAR tweeted, "YASCAR," for the launch of their Pride Month t-shirts. Good for NASCAR. Though I gotta say, NASCAR's actual logo, already pretty gay.